Good morning, everybody. And gosh,
Oh, Will. Need you to mute that, brother.
Interesting start to the show, guys. But good morning. Welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by BB. A reminder, as always, there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about these markets. Happy Wednesday, guys. Middle of the week. Bitcoin, I guess, the question is to range or to trend, right? Meanwhile, you have memes pumping really hard. You do have portions of the market that are showing really strong levels of risk taking. Of course, we'll touch on some of those in just a bit. But I'm Snorlax, as you guys know, also as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker and Dr. Will's Outlook. Welcome, guys. We'll see if we get any of the other guys to appear on the panel today as well. But real quickly, guys, before we start cooking, I know we were talking about Jackus sharing some alpha today. If we could hit some likes, if we can get him on the show, we'll see if he's going to be cooking. But as always, we appreciate when you guys can smash that like button for us. We're going to be cooking, the three of us, if nobody else does show up. But, we have a lot of alpha for you guys on Bitcoin, on altcoins, and everything in between. So if you guys could hit that like button, we always appreciate when you enjoy our content. But like I said with Bitcoin, guys, I guess the question right now is to range or to trend. You have Bitcoin giving a nice squeeze off the lows here this morning. After, we've had this print before, where Bitcoin bleeds and altcoins bleed even more. Liquidity kind of gets siphoned out by Bitcoin, and altcoins, although they bleed a lot, they ultimately don't usually break their market structures, right? They carve out ranges, they carve out, their structural uptrends still to a degree. So we've seen this before. And now I think as we come into range lows, right? I mean, this is the natural area where you expect bulls to step up. We've gotten a good reaction thus far on both Bitcoin and ETH. ETH over Bitcoin so far as the percentage gain that we've had off the low. I know we're going to meme ETH Bitcoin, I'm sure, and talk about it on this show. Is this the beginning of ETH outperformance, or is this just ETH bouncing back a little bit more because it got crushed that much harder than Bitcoin over the last few days? I do think it's an interesting dynamic between the two, of course, and it's obviously a very important one to altcoins, which are bleeding today. But, you look at different sectors of the market and there's still these huge portions of outperformance. And it's something that we've talked a lot about on our Giga Chad calls. Obviously, Max has covered it very in depth publicly and in our Discord. I mean, we have on-chain meme coins still with a lot of life and a lot of opportunity. So, just a very interesting market. You're seeing liquidity maybe get a bit more spread out and fragmented. And it's ultimately not a bad thing that not everything is trading super correlated with Bitcoin at the moment. Equities, I saw that we got some positive data today. Not that it really matters, but I mean, right now the equity market is really just looking for any excuse that it can find to bid, especially into April OPEX, which we typically see dips bought into the middle of every month, just because of market maker type of flows and stuff that I can't really explain super in depth, but I understand the timing that they come into play. Guys, I'd love to know what we're seeing in the markets today. Like I said, happy Wednesday. I hope that everybody's having a great week so far. Bitcoin is, just ranging. So I think it gives us a nice little bit of time to figure out other things that maybe we want to buy, or, possible setups that we have shaping up here over the next few weeks.
I'll show you a setup, brother. I'll show you a setup. There's a setup. Wow, man. Imagine fading Kobe. Couldn't be me.
Is this a Kobe project?
It is indeed. It is indeed a Kobe project. Yes.
What is a Kobe project without Kobe?
I don't know. But this
Not
is
a Kobe
literally
project.
This is literally this cycle's Luna, man. It is what it is. It's got everything about it, minus the doom loop. Apparently, we'll see. It might be the thing that nukes the market at the top. We'll see. But I bought some.
I mean, if you say it's Luna, it's going to nuke the market.
I mean, yeah, it could. But look what Luna did from launch until it nukes the market, right? I mean, that thing ran up so hard. What did Luna get to in market cap? Do
Oh,
you guys
bro,
know?
if I knew the next Luna, I would bid it all day. All day. No
Will, it's
questions
right in
asked.
front of you. It's here. It's live.
No questions asked on that one.
Will,
Because
it's
I'm not
right
an
here,
idiot and I
brother.
don't get involved with cults, man. I don't get involved with cults.
Will, it's literally right here.
Also, the most bullish thing that you can invest in, Will.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll invest in them. I'm just not going to go down with them. That's the thing.
Okay, that's
There's a
fair.
difference.
Will will dump on you before he goes
Yeah,
down.
before you guys get screwed, I'm dumping. Absolutely, I'm dumping.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I do think that Colts are bullish. Obviously, Ponzi's are bullish. I know there's a lot of talk about ENA, generally speaking, in public. I see everybody talking about it as a Ponzi, and like you said, the next Luna. And I think as long as that rhetoric is around, the price should pump because it's always staying on people's minds. I know Hasak has talked about this dynamic before. It's the same thing. Like ETH maxis are the sole reason that Sol didn't fade away from the collective mind space of CT and crypto members in general, because you just couldn't talk about ETH without talking about how underperforming and bad Sol was for so long that it actually had a reflexive effect in the opposite direction. And made Sol like one of the best plays of the last year, obviously in hindsight. But yeah, no, I'm glad you highlighted that comment though, Tucker.
Yes, that's real.
I that too.
Yeah, no, Rune might be the new Luna also, honestly.
Tommy, you remember that name we were talking about earlier, right before the show?
We talk.
Starts with a Z.
No, I don't.
Z. The one I told you I got trapped in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it just got candled.
It just got candled,
man.
It's just got candled.
Boys are pumping.
Boys are pumping.
50%. I was like, man, I'm trapped. Everybody else is selling. I'm like, I'm not selling. And it just got candled. Oh.
I think something like this could play on Bitcoin. It's just this price action. I kind of like that. We'll see. Invalidated above here, invalidated below there. You know, easy setups here.
I do think the longer we range before, finding that uptrend per se, the worse it's going to be for altcoins, generally speaking. But I also think a lot of coins look like they're mostly bottomed or carving out ranges. So I more so just mean their price action is going to be really ugly.
I do want to bring up real quick. Well, we can wait till we'll get to the charts. I wanted to bring up that enjoy thing. I don't know if you guys saw when I posted that last night, but that was pretty interesting. I got a quarter of an ETH for basically $5 worth of participation.
For $5 of participation.
That's how much I spent on their chain.
Tucker, I don't know if you've checked the like button.
Do you know what soybeans are up to? Yeah. We can check in on soybeans real quick, guys. Let's see here.
Because right now the stream's at about 44 likes, guys.
45 likes. Yeah, we're gonna need to bump those numbers up significantly.
Put a different commodity on, man. They like soybeans now. Give them something they don't like.
How about lean hog futures? What do you guys know about lean hog futures? With TA already on it.
Wow. You spent a lot of time on this chart.
Too much. That was one show, too. That was just one show. Let's see.
They're starting to hit the like button. There we go, guys. Appreciate you. Getting familiar with the lean hog futures, as we sometimes do here at BB.
I'm a lean hog. Yeah. What was the where is it?
Rune shitcoin.
It's not Forex. What is it? They don't even have commodities on here.
You spelled it wrong.
CACAO. Is it CACO?
Are you talking about cocoa?
Yeah.
There's an O instead of the first A.
What? No. What? Oh man, I might have to leave the stream after that. I might have to just drop off. I'm playing.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, we're looking at cocoa futures, guys. I'll check in on the like button so we can maybe get back to the shit coins here. We're at 63 likes. If we can get to 75 likes here, we will switch it back, and I won't pester you again for at least 20 minutes. But for now, guys,
Tommy, you just keep refreshing YouTube until we get there.
There is a better chart, and I would say that's corn. If you want to pull up corn, everybody loves corn.
Yeah,
everybody loves corn
because commodities.
Everything's made with corn. Everybody loves corn. We'll just sit here and look at corn. Actually, did you know? Here's a fact. Like 90% of food is made with corn in one way or another.
Isn't that why we're getting so fat?
That's exactly why we're getting so fat.
Yes.
Exactly why. Oh, man.
It's
corn is used as feed for all of your animals, in case you guys didn't know that.
Y'all have seen that video, right? It's corn. The little kid who's like super excited about corn.
Let's just do some
oh my god, volume profile on corn. The 15-second.
I mean, no better way to look at corn, man.
This is like watching an ESPN game feed of corn farmers trading.
Hunt along on it.
Do you guys like your corn on the cob or corn off the cob? What's your favorite?
BTC corn and shark corn on corn.
Let's do BTC against corn. Oh my god. Oh man.
Let's zoom out. Oh man.
I mean,
there's alpha in that, man. There's alpha in that.
Is there?
Is there though? All right, what are we at, Tommy?
Corn's about to lose again.
We are at 72 likes. I think we can let him off the hook with the corn.
All right.
You guys didn't hit the threshold, but I'm going to ask you again later in the show, and I really don't want to have to throw up another commodity.
Please get us over 100, guys. Come on, there's plenty of viewers.
Come on,
they're spoiled.
Plenty of viewers.
Jackus is trying to come in.
Yeah, we're trying. We're getting Jackus on this for you guys.
Yeah,
I've been less aggressive on the show, so people don't cry and say Will's a soy boy. And
yeah, Will's even been nice today, guys.
Yeah.
Like to Dawkins.
Silver, that's a good one. Jackus is more the silver guy, the gold and silver guy, but we can look at it.
I've been very caring.
Man, they're gonna have to get more likes for Jackus to break down silver.
Yeah, they are. For now, they'll just get Hagrid breaking down silver, which doesn't mean much because I've never traded this in my life.
Look, all that matters is if you bought gold a decade ago through Peter Schiff, you're down almost $1,700 if you put in 10,000.
Should be all good. Oh yeah.
All
right.
Finally.
Just so everybody knows, that's the alpha of the day. All right. Peter Schiff's gold ETF or whatever it is that he calls it. Right. If you bought $10,000 a decade ago, you're down $1,700. Inflation beat you down badly.
I do not know what was the discussion here so far.
Silver.
Corn. It was
corn.
Well,
we're about to talk about silver, but they're not hitting the like button, Jackus. So we were looking at soybeans, corn, and lean hog futures.
Man, we should watch Litecoin if people are not pressing the like button.
Silver is pumping, guys. Silver is pumping.
I don't know. I feel like the old Luna chart wouldn't be bad either. Just look at the old Luna chart.
What is this? What do we have going on here, guys?
Nobody interested in buying silver?
No, look at this. Look at this little.
Yeah, nobody traded. They don't care.
I saw
Dude.
somebody start buying silver on my timeline for the first time in a while this week.
Do you guys own any silver physically?
I do.
I
Are they
Physical.
do.
70?
Physical silver.
Yes.
A little bit.
Good.
What?
Good.
We're not talking about like friendship rings or anything like that.
No, bars of silver.
Oh, I don't have bars of silver. No.
No rings, earrings, none of that stuff counts.
Tucker has trucks of silver
Mhm.
in his garage.
Yes.
Great cars full of silver.
Silver and gold bars in a safe, boys. I'm ready. I'm ready for the end. Send it all to zero.
Boys, hey, Tommy, the coin is sending right now. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in our chat. Hold on, look at this.
Man,
Look
you
at this
put it in
chart, bro.
Did you put it in the Discord, Will?
Yeah, I called it and I got smashed on it. Now it's already way up.
All right, you can
guys-
drop it then.
You guys will never understand the complex mind of Dr. Will's outlook unless
No,
you're
you won't. What's the ticker, Will?
Zeus, Zeus.
Oh no.
Ansem's dog. All right, we're bidding on Ansem's dog.
Guys, do you know
Is
what's
it on
crazy?
Sol?
Yeah, but you're gonna
Great.
pull it up on Deck Screener, probably.
Yeah.
Guys, what is crazy is that gold actually outperformed SPX. Is outperforming in the since
Dude.
the gold spot ETF. Gold is
Really?
outperforming SPX.
I mean,
And
SPX.
and if you go back to when gold, this is really interesting because if you're gonna go back to when gold started to trade as a commodity, like when it got separated from being a dollar, they both did something like 6,000% or something. So both of them appreciated exactly the same value, the same price since like 70s, which is pretty interesting. But the thing is that it doesn't happen at exactly the same time. And the great part is that you can go from like a one bull market to another, where when SPX goes into bear market, you go into the commodities bull market, and then bull market on commodities ends, and you go to equities, and then you can just flip flop.
Are you thinking? So where are you targeting here for this this impulse on gold, Jackus?
I think it cannot go anything less than $6,000.
That's funny. I got the same target. That's what I was looking at too. Is probably around like 6. But and a lot of people don't even think it's possible because it's been sitting here ranging for so long. But the reality is like look at SPY. SPY sat for 10 years while gold ran, or not 10 years. Was it 10? Yeah, like 2000 to 2010,
year.
right? And then SPY ran against gold, and now gold's about to go on another secular run too. I was looking at the same thing here. You can see the higher lows building on the right. And I was looking at this in 2021 when I was like, oh, gold looks like it wants to run because you got the retest of the high and the breakout above all-time high from the previous run over there in 2000. I can't really see that. I think 11 or something like that. But you had that run up right there, and then you had this breakout, and a lot of people thought this was fake and that it was just poking through, but it just kept poking above this all-time high. And this is the breakout. This is honestly this move right here, Jackus, is very similar to what Bitcoin's doing right now. It's staying just above all-time high and keeps on poking into it, and then it's going to break out at some point.
I see what you mean there, Will, and I have to say I agree. And I think it's also not a coincidence that both gold and Bitcoin had their highest monthly close ever in the same months, because sooner or later BTC will really be like gold basically, and even probably market cap wise they will come to parity at some point, and it's really telling you where the world is heading for the next 10 years. But as always, it's that people cannot think in terms of years. People only look at H1 time frame and be like, oh no, it's coming to zero. FVG, brother, FVG here on H1. It's over.
Well, they look at it and they're like, well, gold's not worth buying. Why would anybody buy gold? That's always the response you get from people. But it's like you don't understand the cycles. You don't understand the like.
Yeah.
This is a full on breakout for gold, guys. Like if you're just fading that,
Yes.
it's just dumb. Like it's really left curve.
When you say like I've noticed this a lot as well. Why would people buy gold? And again, I say to that gold has outperformed SPX. So that should tell you everything you need to know. You can like that's not some opinion or anything. That's just data. You just look at when gold spot ETF was launched, and you look at SPX, and you will realize that gold outperformed SPX even when it did nothing the past decade, basically.
And you know what's funny to that? Also add to that there, Jackus. If you go to a portfolio manager and you ask them what's the best asset I can buy to keep my portfolio stable, and they'll tell you SPY.
Yeah.
Even though SPY is underperformed against gold.
Yes, they will. And it's also, and I've said this repeatedly, is that you want to see these cycles. Like everything moves in cycles, and you want to see where the rotation is going. And the great part about this is that you have really lots of time. Like you have a year or more to see the rotation coming in. And we've been telling about this rotation for a while. And there's, just like you said, Will, that most of these fund managers, they will say to people that invest in SPY as a safe bet. Well, gold clearly outperforms SPY, but they'll also tell you that passively managed portfolios have outperformed active ones, and that's true because SPY has been in a bull market for the past 10 years, but that will change. And this changes, every time. You just need to understand the cycles. So right now, I, I will bet you that actively traded portfolio in the past 10 years for gold outperformed passive one. But for the next 10 years, a passive gold portfolio will outperform the active one. And this is it's just like inverse correlation between these is
Well,
what people fail to spot.
to add to what you're saying, like all you'd have to do, this is the play, right? To play the safest assets in the world and play performance. So we'll put SPY and gold as those two things, and all you have to do is rotate every decade. That's
Yeah.
all you'd have to do. You don't have to do any other activity outside of that. And if you rotate back and forth every decade, you'll outperform everything when it comes to those two.
Basically like that. I would say it's kind of like where stocks, right, SPY equities, they run for about 20 years, and then commodities for about 10 years. So it's way quicker for equities. But when commodities start to go, they go really quickly in those 10 years, and then it's equities time again for the next 20 years.
Yeah, and that's what SPY and gold rotation has really been showing people is like you can outperform better than what you're given by a lot of these. I honestly I think a lot of portfolio managers or even financial advisors are just lazy. They just give you the easiest thing. Just buy this and just go to sleep at night, and eventually have some more money.
There is also one chart I want to show you guys, which I think is very interesting. I'm going to share the screen here.
Go ahead.
And this is the gold versus US CPI. And this looks like a fair breakout to me. This is looking actually very interesting right here for breakout higher. It obviously is telling you that, more or less, gold is maintaining its value, if not, slightly appreciating over time. So there is a saying that you can basically buy the same stuff for 1 ounce of gold as you could 1,000 years ago, if we can kind of make that joke, but it's kind of true. Gold shouldn't be viewed as an investment to make good, because you cannot earn income on gold. Gold is just a rock. that is supposed to store value. And sometimes it gets misunderallocated, and sometimes it gets a little bit overallocated. And as we discussed, well, what you want to do is look at the cycles and enter at the right time, right? That's how I see it.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be precise on it, really, to be honest with you. You just you got to be in the general area of the end of the decade. That's it.
It's really as simple as this, man. Anyways.
Thank you, Jackus.
All right,
Sorry,
guys.
guys.
What do we want to look at here?
I'm grabbing some. Pull up Zeus, bro.
Dude, it's not on TradingView, brother.
It's on Deck Screener, man.
All right. I'll pull
Usually,
it
if we have to go to Deck Screener to pull up a coin, it's not.
That means it's a blue chip. It's on Deck Screener.
up. All right, hang on now. Hang on. Let's see what we can do here. Zeus, you say?
Yep.
What's the size of the coin?
Yeah, let me.
It's got liquidity, bro.
Calm
down.
3 million.
Oh my God!
Bro, look at liquidity. It's fine.
Dude, the picture's Ansem with his dog. God.
Pull it up.
God, dude, soul shit coiners need to study God.
Do they do? I'll share it. Hang on. Let me switch it.
You look, the liquidity is as much as your other shit coins you guys shill. So I don't want to hear it.
187K. All right, everyone in the audience, this is absolutely not a financial advice, and no one is telling you to buy anything at all. This is literally just speculation, and this is all Will. So
It's
all right,
better than my other ones. It's got more liquidity than my other ones, and my other ones were bangers, by the way.
dude, look at this. When did this come out? Like a couple weeks ago. What is that? What did it get to in market cap? Another 4x, so it got to 12 mil. We'll see if it
vertical
can
accumulation, bro.
Look at
vertical
the picture.
accumulation.
The picture is hilarious. 19 mil in 24 hours. Jesus Christ, guys. That's
It was at 30 mil yesterday. It was at
Well, I think it's over for Zeus coin. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh man, it's going higher.
Pump.
It's going higher, bro. Don't be hating.
Are there any big buys? These are all like sub $500. No, there's a couple $1,000.
Look at the candle. What do you mean? Are there any big buys?
I mean, are there like size buys rather than like?
Yeah, it's like a $10,000 buy started that off.
All right, that's enough. It's yeah, it might do something. I have no idea, but enjoy at your own risk.
Look, all I'm saying is like I deliver $20,000 liquidity coins, and we do like
we're
30
losing
X's
the
off
green box. Will, I know you tweeted about this the other day. What do you think about it?
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's a bottom. That's literally the bottom.
It literally has to be, or else it's completely over.
Yeah, how many times that has tapped and not failed yet? Like, it's signaling, bro. It's signaling.
Are you gonna be the support that
Hell
you want to
no.
see in the world?
No.
Will?
No, not buying it.
Do you guys think it breaks lower?
I mean, it's probably dependent on Bitcoin. You know, I think it kind of needs to be the low though, personally. Otherwise, it's gonna look really bad. Inverse price discovery.
No,
Yeah.
I want to address one comment here from Exit Math. Exit Math. I'm already up big on my position. I don't have to have people use people's exit liquidity. Just FYI.
Bull flag. No, I don't know. I mean, this is.
If you were to end, it would look very longable.
Now you do PO3 on this one. motherfucker. Now you do PO3
Yeah.
numbers.
Now,
This is
okay.
the accumulation. Below is deviation, and then you have the manipulation.
All right, we're gonna make this yellow.
Actually, it's
Remember,
accumulation,
guys,
manipulation, distribution.
remember, if you're wrong, simply redraw the boxes.
Simply redraw the PO3 because this was drawn, but we're gonna ignore that. And then we're gonna do one of these.
I'll tell you this: if you see that thing bounce and hit that trend again and fail, it's over. That shit's gonna break.
There it is.
They better hope
There it
that it
is.
breaks out on the 7th.
That's it right there. Here's the fibs, guys. Here's the fibs.
All of the modularity coins look terrible. Aptos. I mean, I haven't checked in on it since like yesterday, but I saw it dumped from where everybody was shilling it like a week ago. I'm sure TIA is still dumping, although I haven't checked it. I deleted that ticker from my watch list forever.
Oh, wait. That's brutal, Tommy.
Oh, is TIA bottoms? That'd be funny.
You
That's
you
pretty
don't
crazy.
No.
you don't think it recovers at some point?
I mean, I'm sure it will. I think I'd be better off trading other coins.
I see.
I might buy spot if I'll put like a stink alert on it, and if it triggers, I'll buy some.
You
Where
might
would
be
you
better off
even-
just buying some shit coins, Tommy. So buy some shit
What?
coins.
Oh, I bought a shitcoin last night, Will.
All right, that's good. Keep the culture rolling.
I have a question though. Will we see like anything in crypto pop a lot? You know, something that's producing something, or is it going to be just memes from now on?
No,
I think it's going to be
just
memes to start to kick off the cycle, and then as we get more liquidity, we'll probably see that. It's a narrative that's going to. I think Will did a great job of describing it on yesterday afternoon's call. Like, people are using crypto as a tool for speculation right now, which is why memes are doing so great. As people will make so much money, and as crypto pumps so much, you know, the reflexivity of the tech being great again will come back, and I'll have to stop calling these things VC scams because they're probably going to pump a lot harder. And that's going to be, I think people will get sick of memes after a certain extent. I mean, we saw that last summer too, you know, coming into September or October of 2023. Like, I think people were just kind of tuckered out from the on-chain games that they were playing. And then eventually, I think it's just basically what I'm saying. Like, it's a big cycle, right? We'll cycle back and forth. And I think the next eventual step after memes is probably going to be VC scams. And then once again, we'll cycle back to memes. And I do think eventually the last time memes pump will probably be like the cyclical end. But
Yeah, it's kind of like going from like using crypto as a way to generate money, gambling and addiction, into belief that crypto is now here to stay. And everybody should invest in all the utility in crypto because otherwise you're not going to be able to make money because you're missing out on all the gains that you can get from believing in crypto. Back into shitcoins again, and then everybody gets wrecked and the market's over.
I still say that what really triggers alts to do something, like if we disregard the meme speculation, that's, as you said it well, Tommy, that people are just using the meme coins as a casino in crypto, basically. But what I think really kicks off all the tech and everything that's, you know, all these projects that are working on something is going to be when SEC is defeated. Like, I really think that that's what triggers it. Just like the ETFs for BTC triggered the adoption for BTC, I think the next step for all these other alts is the regulatory clarity. And I really still think that the Ripple case could be the trigger for that one. And
think you're right.
Then the rotation could come into these alts. The question is when that comes, obviously, and we do not know. But I could also see a scenario where, like, you know, we have the presidential election pretty short, It's you guys have it in is it September, November, something like that?
November.
November, right? So if Trump wins, he's probably firing Gensler, and at that point, it's over for SEC and all these cases, right? So.
And Powell, man, Powell's out too. He told him that already.
That's true.
Yeah. Did he? Like, is it? Wait, I want to hear more about that. I missed that.
He was just like, yeah, or somebody asked him, like, would you keep Jerome Powell on as Fed chair? And he was like, no.
I can imagine with his face and his wings, like, no.
Dude. QE and ZERP infinity, if we get that.
Bro, they are really, like, you can see that Powell is just going to keep the markets up until the election, because he knows if he dumps it, it's over for him.
Well, that's why he's not like cutting rates or anything yet, right? He's not going to do that till towards the election. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they also pumped out a $1.2 trillion stimmy bill, right? A lot of people won't call it that. Spending bill. Spending is stimming. And then you've got a couple $300 billion bills coming up too, which, I mean, all together, they got almost $2 trillion in spending that they're trying to get run through. Like the back alley next to your house. And basically, at the end of the day, when you get these 2 trillion into circulation, you can really see some things pop off, right? A lot of people think that people are not participating. Look, when you see people come in and throw 60 to 100K in a shitcoin, there are definitely, bigger players in this space that are probably working at the CEO firms at Google and Facebook and everything else. Like, I'm going to go try this shitcoin out. And they're literally just slinging money at it. It's not some kid in their basement who's throwing that kind of money at shitcoins. And they're doing it strategically, right? These people are not dumb. They know what they're doing. They're working the market up and then working it back down. But at the end of the day, this is still a casino right now. I think most of the participants are gamblers or addicts. If they're not that, they're scared little bears who sit here and cry all day how macro is going to sit here and affect their pockets because they haven't been invested for almost thousands upon thousands of percentages of gains, and now they're mad at everybody else because of their own decisions. And like when I hear somebody say my portfolio is down, it's like, when did you start investing? Yesterday? Because it's like, bro, the market's been up for over a year now. Like, it's been up only. I don't care what your thesis is here where we sit right now. Your bags are sitting pretty right now if you invested the right way. You've been invested since the bottom of the bear. It is what it is, right? Even if you've been investing since the middle of the bear, your bags are so far up that you're not even affected by any pullbacks. It doesn't even bother you. That's why when I hear people say, "Oh, well, this could cause this kind of," I'm gonna go all cash. It's like, you must have just bought yesterday because you're already ready to go back to cash. There's no indication of any reversal here.
Well, is there a ticker for the STIMI for the government? Is there a ticker?
I don't think there's been one made yet, but I'm sure by the end of the day, because we mentioned it, it will be somewhere in the shitcoin section.
No, I didn't mean. I didn't mean the like the crypto ticker of the DEXs. I meant like an
You mean like the
actual.
spending? Yeah.
Yeah, I meant like the actual chart. Like you can on TradingView you can find all these very interesting charts from Federal Reserve and from the government and so forth. And I was wondering if there's a ticker of that one.
There's not really one for, like, every time they pass a bill and like what it would be. I would say this: the dollar is a good indication of like dilution, right? And a lot of people don't understand that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, the dollar's going to go up." It's like, dude, they just add another $2 trillion in circulation. The dollar's not going up; it's coming down. And that's what devaluation is at the end of the day. That's where dollar valuation on Dixie is alpha, right? It's alpha depending on how much they're actually printing versus how much they're not printing. And some people may say, oh, it's just the bonds market. The bonds market is a portion, right? It's a portion of it. But at the end of the day, so is the printing of money is the other portion of it. And those two work hand in hand to either keep the dollar suppressed and or let it run up. Like example, 2022, what did they do? They amped up rates and stopped stemming the economy. They stopped making bills to give stimulus. They stopped printing money. The printing presses were off. What happened to the market? It got crushed. Anytime you get those two hand in hand, as far as tandem or moving in tandem, which means stop printing and rates go up, you're going to get crushed. Anytime those two come back on, rates come down, printing starts happening again, aka the stimmy bills. Now you're going to start pumping again, and the market's going to start moving. And you gotta really left curve a lot of everything else and just go with that as your thesis. For me, right? I don't know if you had anything
Yeah.
you want to add there, Jackus.
No, it's all good. Great talk. Well, nothing need to add.
What do you guys want to look at?
Let's look at some altcoins. Let's look at some Sol.
Some
Oh,
Sol?
you know
Jito as
you know
well.
what
Jito, man. Jito.
you know
Jito's
what
over
would be a,
My goodness.
strongest
you
coin
know
in the market right now,
you
other
know,
than the
Sure.
bro, I'm not buying that.
What did Jupe
That's
do?
amazing to me.
Why can't you guys come on the show and show me something that looks like it's been absolutely obliterated? Why is it always pumped?
It was already obliterated, man. We've been talking about buying this thing for a long time.
Bro.
Not Jupiter, but Jito for sure.
So
But
here's
it's running the Jupiter playbook.
yes, it is. It is. Well, kind of. It needs to break that all-time high. Um, I I will say this: after you're done, well,
Propagandizing will.
can you run BTC against Dixie?
Wouldn't that just be the
The
basic?
dollar.
I would think it'd be the dollar, but I think it's not. I don't know if it is or isn't because it operates a little bit differently, right? Because BTC is denominated by how many dollars are in it, but Dixie is denominated by valuation of dollar. Does that make sense?
Here we go.
Dixie is denominated by the strength of other forex currencies.
Yeah, it's kind of like an RSI, essentially.
There we go. What do we say? Double-digit Jito soon.
I'll have to look at that tonight. I want to see if there's any difference between that and the dollar and that and Dixie, because Dixie is more like an RSI, whereas dollar is more like a dollar.
Do you see this? Look at this. This is literally going to happen. Look at this, man. What are we talking about here?
Yes,
Right
Wolf is
about
going to do an Andy.
here.
I don't care what nobody says. They can sit there and cry about it. It's going to happen. I told Max he's a non-believer, so he won't post on it. But it's going to happen, and then I'm going to post on it, and I'm going to tag him in all the posts.
Guys, Dixie. Well, Dixie must I really cannot see a universe in which Dixie doesn't go down when gold is shedding to new all-time highs. It simply cannot be that way. So I think we see Dixie this year sub 100.
Sub 100?
For sure, this year already. And obviously my target, my shorter term target is like 96, and then I think it goes all the way to like 80.
JG, I am absolutely being serious, bro. Like I've been at Wolf for so long, and I'm a full on believer. I'm getting at least a 3x out of this, and then I'm getting the hell out because liquidity is almost the same as the rest of these shit coins.
Sub 100, you say, Jack? Yes. Where's 100? Where's 100? Right about here. Take those lows, you say?
That's definitely
Yeah,
about to
it must nuke. Like, there is no way in which gold chats higher and Dixie doesn't go lower. It's an equation that must fit, you know.
Bro, if you get
I
a
mean, that-
failed lower low, that shit's nose diving.
That's Bitcoin April 2022, man. Like, it's about to nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be a waterfall down, not a drop.
And if that's happening, that's BTC above 100K. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
No,
What,
I'm just picking on Max. Now
here?
Max said he'll take a look at it. He hasn't looked at Wolf yet.
Whoa.
Gosh, Cheeto, you beast. It's
Yeah.
so funny to see like the relationships between coins right now, because you have Bitcoin kind of like bleeding, ranging more or less, and you have some altcoins. Most altcoins that are trading on centralized exchanges are down, and they have been down the last 2 or 3 days. And then you have like maybe 3 or 4 markets that are up huge today, and then on chain, of course, has just been its own world for the last 2 weeks. So very interesting dispersion in the market right now.
Totally. And that still, is the fact that people are just gambling in the casino right now. And it's not really, right now, I do not see much new money flowing in. It's really just apes. You can even see that Pepe and Floki has not done much, recently, while we've seen some other means to flourish, right? So it's really just apes rotating capital, the way I see it.
Apes rotating capital.
Well, it's also kind of like at least right now, Jack. It's an influencer meta, right? So you're still seeing these bigger accounts, the ones that tweeting out a ticker and everybody aping in, and then them just exit liquidity and everybody, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, and it's a rotation of wealth. That's how these
And then,
influencers get wealthier and wealthier.
well, and then next week they will say they got hacked, that they are sorry, and then the next week they repeat it.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious. Like you have 100K followers, but you don't set up a backup account and tell people, "Hey, follow this," so that way if I get hacked, I can tell you all it's hacked. You just you let it happen, right? You just let it happen.
Yeah,
You let hack in.
you let it hack in. That's a good one.
I'll show myself out.
Sorry guys, I don't know what happened with that drain link. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, oh man, they ran it through this money laundering site. So yeah, there's no way to tell where that went. But I just got some new NFTs. Check them out. They're pretty nice.
Man, I cannot even count how many crypto accounts launched their own meme coin recently, and then they'll be like, "Woo, sorry."
That one dude who didn't he like lose? He like rugged part of the supply or something. Like I always remember that one meme from 2021 of that guy who made a TikTok video talking about how he didn't know you could rug the liquidity of your own coin. And then he did it, and he was like, "Here's how to rug, or here's how to pull the guys. I pulled the liquidity from my own coin with a smile on its face."
No way.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's like you do not know if you should laugh or cry, man.
bro, here's the thing. I think 90%, and this is a high number. It's gonna be a hot take. I think 90% of these guys that are getting hacked are them just putting up drain links and shit on their own account. I don't think at all that they're getting hacked.
Obviously, though, it's just for the audience, guys. They are scamming. We were just sarcastically joking around, but obviously these guys are scamming.
Yeah, they could say whatever they want. I don't believe them.
Yeah, me neither. And like some of them even do it twice, and many of them even were in my DMs like, "Hey, buy my meme coin, man." I'm just like, dude, please stop. Get some help.
You know, I was just, you know what I've been like meticulously looking at since I mentioned it? Celestial.
Dude.
I was like, what is he going to bring up, man? Some meme
What
thing?
even?
Bro,
I mean, if
listen,
it doesn't hold here, man, you're getting sub 10, man, for
you're,
sure.
you're getting smoked if
Probably
it doesn't hold
did,
there.
right?
Huh?
But sub 10 is a shove-in area.
Probably holds
Maybe.
here, right?
Like,
If-
imagine who from the retail will be holding sub 10. Nobody. That's where smart money accumulates.
Okay, but fundamentally, why would you hold TIA if you're not getting airdrops? And I don't know that they've announced any more airdrops for TIA, right? Like the only use case for TIA is to stake it. You can't do anything. It's not an L1. Like you can't do anything else with it. Like,
But Tucker,
That
You-
use
you-
case didn't happen until price pump, though.
yeah, exactly. And the thing is that you do not have to have the use case at that moment, but they can come with the use case during the accumulation range that is going to happen sub $10. Just like, for example, Uni. Uni had no use case. It was just a governance token. And then, it had a very clear bottom accumulation range. And suddenly they'll announce, the revenue share. And it was in the chart.
Yeah, I might ape this. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was you, Jackus, that posted on Twitter that like this range on TIA. I wouldn't even call it a range. I would just call it like a hellscape downtrend so far. But you compared it to Solana. I think it's like its first market cycle, right?
On Discord.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that. I think that's a really interesting comparison for it.
Yeah. And I think it does play out. I think this was well, I do not know, but it's definitely, good area to shove some in. Not go all in with your portfolio, of course, but
yeah.
Unless if you
self-explanatory.
unless if you go 100x, then all right, but otherwise don't do it.
you think it's like what? Like doing that?
I go Sol USD.
No.
Yeah, we can't share it. We can't share it.
Yeah.
Can't share it. That's alpha.
Don't share it? All right, we're not going to do it.
So,
Sorry, guys.
what's the drawdown on that, Tucker? What's the drawdown on that right now?
That it's already undergone?
Yeah.
About
full
40.
drawdown.
Wait, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, usually
Probably about 40. Yeah,
usually
45.
40 to 50, somewhere's in there is kind of like your low range. That's your 50 on a fib, right? And
yeah,
then
I was gonna say that's probably. Let's see.
It must go sub.
Told you.
Oh boy.
That's your hold point right
Yeah,
there.
man, you're right. This is it, or else it's going decently lower. So
Yep. It's
Sub
got to hold
10.
the 50 or it's going to the red.
Sub 10.
yeah.
Sub 10 is a psychological level.
And I think it makes sense too, because modularity is kind of reflective of how I think a good sentiment indicator for how people view VC scams. You can look at this chart and see the rotation out of those shit coins and into meme coins in real time. Meme coins have been going insane since basically February, March, and this assets like this have been in a downtrend. So I'm not saying that VC scams are bottomed against meme coins necessarily, but at least the leading VC scam might be bottomed on the USD.
Whoa, Tommy. Whoa, hang on. I have an index for that.
Bro, that 50 is so perfect, it's not even funny.
There's your VC scam versus meme coin index. There it is. No joke. You can see the tickers up here.
I don't even know how you pick a bottom on that.
I guess it might be bottom, but
that is alpha right there. Yeah, look at it. It's almost like low vol. It's almost like it has no more room to really squeeze.
That's true.
Turn on volume if you can.
ooh, the sniper.
So it's a VC scam season soon.
Can we get this is there a way that we can put this up against Bitcoin, like against the liquidity of Bitcoin and ETH? Maybe we have to do like one for VC scams and one for memes, like as a portion of the percent that they make up.
You want VC scams versus Bitcoin and ETH?
And then memes versus Bitcoin and ETH, probably.
Okay. I gotcha. All right, so we'll do memes.
Rocket science.
Yeah, exactly. Tucker was like, whew, that's going to be tough, man. And I see that
Alright.
mass meme. I see that mass meme.
Is there anything that is not a scam except Bitcoin? I mean, not really. I guess that's based on your perspective, though.
Listen, even fiat is a scam, so
Yeah.
everything
Do
is
we
a scam.
want to throw Sol in there or no?
To be honest, guys, just
do
ethically,
Bitcoin and ETH.
guys, just ethically, I think lots of meme coins are lesser scam than fiat, actually.
Looks like the whiff chart.
All right, here we go. Now we're gonna do VC scams. Hang on, we're gonna make this a line actually.
That just looks like whiff.
By the way, we call scam basically anything, but the thing is that the project needs to validify themselves with time, right? Like if you manage to survive few bear markets, then you can get the badge of not being a scam. But so far,
sorry, Jack. I'll let you finish.
just that this industry, this asset class is still way too young to know what is a scam and what is a not.
Yeah, I mean it's really more of like a crass overgeneralization that I like to use.
Yeah.
What's another good one?
Let's see.
You
have Manta in there?
Yes.
That should be good. Unless you want to put like XAI in there, but I don't even know how that's trading right now.
No, I don't either.
You have a plus at the end of that Manta. You're gonna have to delete it.
You're right.
The Kodor.
Yeah. Let's do.
Oh no, Willeract.
You definitely saw a shitcoin. He had to go. 10-2. Yeah, there's probably going to be a convergence between these two. You would have to think.
Yeah, so that's memes versus ETH and Bitcoin, and then we got VC scams on the bottom versus ETH and Bitcoin. Yeah, you'd have to assume there's going to be some sort of action like this at some point.
What if we chart whiff against Jito and Jupiter or something like that?
Whiff against Jito and Jupiter.
Yeah, so like whiff against the Sol VC tokens.
Whiff, just whiff. And Jupe.
Yeah.
And Jito.
Yeah. I think Jupe has 2 J's. Wait, no,
Advanced,
that's just I had
advanced mass. Advanced mass here.
Interesting.
We're gonna crack this code one day.
Yeah. Oh. GPU, we got a super chat.
Thank you, Lumpy Grits. I like grits too. I'm from the southeast. I love cheese grits though, man. Those are my favorite.
Is it this one?
I'm gonna assume so. I'll check deck screen though.
Node AI. Let's pull up the Mexi chart.
What is going on here?
It might not be. It might be Rap Teeth.
No, but what is the chart anyway? Like that's crazy.
That's it for sure. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's got a 226 million market cap, so it's pretty liquid.
Pretty liquid. How much liquidity?
3.5 million. The boomer mind cannot comprehend.
No, literally. What do you guys think?
I have no thoughts about these things.
Looks like BNB's future. What do you think, Jackus?
Yeah, that could be it, but way higher.
It does have like that. It broke out from that consolidation that does kind of like suspend belief about why it's holding there, but it does, like BNB did. So I would say that's the chart that it reminds me of.
Yeah, I have no idea what to think when I open charts like these, because like it's it's something I have no idea what it is. And I mean, we cannot, have an idea what 99.99% of these are. And it's just going up. The crazy part is that Tao, right, has been pumping for, I don't know, thousands of percent, and nobody even know what it is, what it does. And then everyone's like, AI, AI, AI. And then it dumps 30%, and people are like, wait, what does this actually do? And they
Same
realize,
yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't do anything, bro. It doesn't do anything. It goes up. That's what it does. It goes up.
Price goes up, tech is good.
I think this is bottomed, man. I really do.
God, Tommy, we fumbled this so hard, man.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
We bought this thing down here and then fumbled it.
Do you think WIF is somewhere at like $300 right now? Somewhere in that consolidation?
This?
Yeah, maybe somewhere in there. Because
Why do you guys think
off the low for Tau looks like what WIF did a few months ago.
Why do you guys think that WIF is the strongest meme? Is it because the influencers? But influencers are on every single meme coin. So
I think it's just digestible, man. Like it's a really cute dog with a hat, you know?
Yeah, but what about the cute frog?
And what Will was talking about it too before we went live, there's a little bit less liquidity on WIF than there is on Pepe. So it's been a little bit easier, I think, to move. Because this is Pepe's second time around. I think it had a bit thicker of a liquidity pool than WIF has. WIFs will probably, thicken out as time goes on. But that's my thesis, personally.
Yeah.
Looks pretty similar.
Yeah, it does. I guess
I don't know. I think it's kind of hard for me to see WIF continuing higher here. If anything, it looks more like TIA, man. If you could pull maybe a TIA fractal over to WIF.
WIF looks like TIA?
Yeah.
Or Tau does. Okay. I don't know. TIA looks a lot worse for sure.
But the same time frame.
I think WIF, like the real reason that it's just perpetually going up,
Do you see?
it feels like it is. It kind of has catered to almost every narrative, altcoins, meme coins, and Solana at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to like do this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I kind of feel that. Yeah, exactly something like that. Like it will probably have to before the next major of appreciation, where WIF goes to to double digits. I think it will want to shake some people out, and that doesn't mean that you get like fresh flash crash from here or anything. It just means boredom time. Imagine if WIF does this for the next 2 months, people will get annoyed.
Yeah, that's true.
They will sell and try to chase something else. And that's all that's needed for WIF to continue then way higher. Because like it's hard for me to see WIF just continuing in this way, higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, I think WIF could be one of those tokens that's in for a pullback, but I do think that it's, I mean, I'd be just shocked if it's not above $50 at some point in the next year, which is honestly hilarious to think about. But I think we'll get there. But I'm kind of with you, Jackus. I think that I either think it's, literally bottom right here and about to hit the next leg, probably over the next like 2 weeks, or it will probably see a deeper pullback, maybe back into the range that it just broke out of and consolidate before higher. That does look a lot like TIA now that I'm looking at it. I think the thing about meme coins too is that if you do get pullbacks, they're probably going to occur more quickly than they did on something like TIA. It's just kind of the nature of, I think, memes in general.
Oh, wait, guys, you're going to like this.
Oh no!
It's not going to project the future one. Well, guess what? The next bear moon is right here.
The dog howls at the moon. Is that what you're trying to tell us, Tucker?
April 9th. That's the next bear moon. 15
That's right
days
around
this one.
Man.
15 days right there. Okay, we're going to have to squeeze this a little bit. There it is. What do you know, guys? What do you know? Boom.
Wow.
There it is.
What does Pepe look relative to WIF? Because it's like a completely different chart. So I kind of don't know how to interpret meme coins right now, cyclically speaking, because WIF looks completely different. WIF's been the leader, and it looks completely different than a lot of these ETH meme coins right now. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. The real insert ticker here is whatever the market decides it is, guys. That's all there is to it. So that's all there is to it.
It is. That at the end of the day, that is the simplest way of determining legitimacy. Yeah, I don't even know what to make of Pepe relative to this one. What do you think of Pepe right now, Jackus?
I think pretty much similar. Like I think what we saw for coins like Kuji, right? Again, that the way they pumped in October, November, December, they pumped a lot, and then it was like you seen it everywhere. Kuji is the future. This is the future. This is the future. 6 months fast forward till today, and the community is absolutely in shambles. They are crying everywhere, coping so hard. Everyone's ready to dump their bags. And back then, if you said like, hey, whenever you see a pump and then this big of a, sideways, it's mostly going to shake people out first before it sends higher. And they would tell you, no, you don't understand the tech. And sometimes you truly don't. And sometimes, you can have one ticker that truly does, another bigger leg. But more or less, they will pause, they will shake people out, and then continue higher. And I think that the same like we saw on these coins in at the end of the past year, we could see the same thing for memes, because really everyone is into memes right now. Like nobody, and the hardest part is that you don't see new liquidity coming in. You see just the rotations. So, that's kind of the tough part. But I do think that all of these memes essentially get sent way, way higher. Whether it's WIF, Pepe, Floki, Doge, all of those have way higher ahead of them. It's just that they can be temporarily paused for the next for the next time being. Not sure exactly how long the time is. Not sure exactly. You know, you don't really have any levels there to work with on Pepe. You know, if you look at it, there ain't much on the move higher. You like had the bottom accumulation, you had the pump, and now you get the next range, right? There's not much to work with. So what they can do is just kind of like bleed this down with occasional upsides for the next, you know, who knows, can be months, 2, 3, really, who knows. And then there will be the next pump, in my opinion. I'm definitely expecting higher for all of them, essentially. The question is the time.
For sure. And I think for something like Pepe, I mean, it kind of goes without saying we need ETH to really start to perk up. And if ETH is moving aggressively, you have to imagine that Pepe is going to be the leader of the memes in the same way that WIF has largely been over the last few months, with Sol leading local upside generally.
So may I have a question? Do you think that, because I'm still not sure whether Pepe was pumping mainly due to ETH or due to Doge? Because like Pepe is launched on ETH, but what if like Doge doesn't move right now, but ETH goes higher? Do you think, how do you think Pepe would react in that situation?
I mean, I think it would probably be one of those, it underperforms ETH until ETH tops out and then it rips type of thing. You know, that same relationship to Bitcoin and Doge. Bitcoin makes a new high and then eventually Dogecoin follows, because realistically, it's like you said, we don't have enough new liquidity coming in for, you know, for ETH to go up like 100% and in the same week Pepe go up like 10x for the same reason. I don't know that we have the conditions for that yet, but eventually they should be here, you would think, just based on liquidity cycles. But I don't know that the conditions are favorable for something like that to occur right now without one moving more aggressively before the other.
Guys, you need to submit to Athena.
I'm going to submit to ENA.
You need to submit. All right. This needs to happen because this thing is going way higher.
I love a good Ponzi, man.
Yeah, this is a good Ponzi. All right, you guys want to wrap it up here?
Let's do it. I can go ahead and run the outro.
Did you see my text, Tommy?
No, I don't have my phone by me right now.
All I said was the academy is done. So talk about that.
Let's go, man. Let's go. We are very excited for you guys to see that. We'll be launching the BB Academy here very soon. It's got bits of education from every single person on the team, very in depth. And I mean, there's pretty much, if there's a topic, you can bet that we talked about it. So definitely want you guys to check out the BB Academy. I don't know if you sent me more details about it, Tucker, on my phone, but I don't have it on me right now. But the whole team worked very hard to get this out. It's been in production now for many months. So we're very excited to be launching this, as well as, you know, a multitude of other products this spring. BB Terminal coming here over the next few months. Very excited to launch that. And of course, if you've been in the Discord lately, I mean, the entire community has just been absolutely killing it. Shout out to Max with that Andy play and some other great meme coin calls. Love to see the Discord members eaten in the way that they have. So definitely would recommend the Discord, not just because, you know, the analysts have made great calls here over the last few months. I mean, that's been happening, you know, right? And that's expected because, you know, we have an exceptional team of analysts, but also the community. You know, it goes without, you know, a bull market is very difficult, not just because, you know, you get these corrections that test your fortitude and all that, but obviously, you know, you have to be able to handle success as well in the face of volatility. So it is nice to have this community around you to support you. of course, and to to make sure that I mean, like, look, every corner of the Discord has been. I think this is like such a great reflection of what I'm trying to say. Like every corner of the Discord has been actively looking for the next make it play, the next way to continue to better themselves. And they've been finding it. And the bigger the Discord grows, I think the stronger as a whole the community has become, and the stronger the plays are becoming, obviously, as a result of that. So yeah, I cannot recommend the Discord to you guys enough. But to touch on our programming here before we wrap up, reminder though, BB Academy is coming out soon, so make sure to check that out. We're super excited to unroll that for you guys. But to touch on our programming before we wrap up, like I said, a reminder as always that Market Check will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's our typical start time. And we run Monday through Friday. We talk charts, trading, technicals, and sometimes, soybeans and commodities. If you guys don't hit the like button enough, we always have a lot of fun on this show, though, for sure. Of course, as well, we have our flagship show, Market Talk, that's hosted by the legendary King Wabi. It is Wednesday, so we are today. The show, I believe, is it at 2? I'm not completely aware of the.
Yeah, we'll announce it. Wabi's got his own.
We'll tweet out a more concrete schedule for you guys to follow, but that's always hosted by King Wabi. He does an exceptional job. Always have some really great guests on, and looking forward to that, of course, as always, guys. But that's all from us. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up here, like we were saying. Excited to see the Giga Chads for the afternoon Discord call. The Discord is growing a lot, just like the YouTube guys. Like BB is killing it, so we love to see it. And if you're not already involved in the community, we'd love to have you. But that's it from us, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, and thanks again.